Yo, what it do? And welcome back to another episode of KVTv Season 2. Yes, sir, man. I hope everybody's doing good on this Sunday afternoon, because I definitely am. Man, oh man. Today in church was crazy. That's all I got to say. Today was crazy. Phew. Anyways, man. I hope everybody's doing good. And as I try to do in all my videos, man, I thank everybody for watching each and every episode if you have. And even if you haven't, this is your first episode, I thank you for watching this one, man. I am truly grateful. Thank you. So, today is Sunday, and for all my newbies, this is a day where I do a word of encouragement. I usually do words of encouragement on Sundays, this is just something I always do, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, today is going to be one of those days. So we're not gonna waste any time. We're just gonna go straight into the video. Let's do it. So I really want to encourage somebody on today, man, somebody who might be feeling this way, and just letting you know that you are not alone. You are not alone. There's one thing that the enemy really wants to do. He wants you to feel like you're alone, like you're the only one going through something, or that just nobody cares. And let me say, at the end of the day, God is always going to be there for you, and he cares for you. And let me just say, during this pandemic that we're in, we all are going through something. We're all going through something. And one thing I do know is that it is easy to feel like you're alone. It is easy to get caught up in yourself and just start thinking about yourself like, oh, I'm the only one going through. But when you really sit down and think, you aren't the only one going through something. We're all going through something, you know what I'm saying? So you're not alone. We're all going through it, like whether it's financially, physically, or emotionally, mentally. We're all going through something. This quarantine, this COVID-19 has not been easy on anyone. Yo. And not only that, I will say this, you started to see some true colors during this quarantine. I will say that you really have. If you notice, some of y'all's circles might not be as big as they used to be. Some people might not be in your circle like they were. Some people might not be going to the church anymore. Or you just found out that some people just don't believe God like they say they do. And that just goes to show you who was really with God from the beginning. Or like your friends, it kind of shows you who was really with you from the beginning. It's just real, this quarantine really just done some things, man. It's really revealed the hearts of men. And it's easy to feel like you're the only one who's dealing with that. You're not the only one dealing with it. I'm dealing with it. Some of my parents are dealing with it. Some people maybe at my church may be dealing with it. Everybody in this world is dealing with something when it comes to this quarantine. So whatever it is that you're going through, look, you are not alone. And know that God is with you. God is with you, yo. He's with you. His word declares that he will never leave you nor forsake you. And I will say this, yo. A lot of times, y'all ever feel like when you're praying and you praying, and you just don't hear nothing from God, yo. If it's one thing that really can irk my nerves, I'll be like, God, I know you hear me, dude. Are you going to say anything? And sometimes he'll go weeks. Sometimes without saying a word. And it'll make you feel alone. You'll be like, oh my God, what is you doing? But if there's one thing I know about God, he might not come when you want him, but he's always on time. And he'll give you the word to affirm you, to affirm that he is still there and that you are not alone. Before it gets too bad, he will let you know you are not alone. And that's what I'm here to tell you guys. You are not alone. You are not alone, man. And like, even if you don't have, like, sometimes you feel like you're alone because you don't have nobody to talk to. Pray. God can talk to God, man. Just pray. And like, I'll get into more of like, that part later. Not the praying, but the, people and stuff. I'll get into that in a little bit. But for now, I do have one question for you guys. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? I know. Now let's do it. So I actually had did this skit before I had did the actual Avengers skit, and this one just gave me the idea. Because I was like, I wanted to do Black Panther some type of way, and I just didn't know what to do. And then I was thinking about Thor as well, and I realized I didn't put him in that skit. So I figured I, drop this one for you guys. During this crisis, what have you been doing?
Just watching TV and playing with my belly.
I must say, you are getting very fat.
Not fat. I just drink a lot of beer. So it just does something to my belly. Alright, I'm fat.
Get up. We're going for a run. Ridiculous. Try your best not to fall while getting up.
Whoa.
Y'all, I did not mean to fall. I really did not. That happened out of nowhere. But I mean, hey, it fit. But let's move on. The older I get, the more and more I can relate to Squidward. Because it just be days, I'm not even on cap. I just I don't want to be bothered. Just leave me alone. Especially if it's don't call me, don't do nothing. Especially if it's one of them annoying people, like maybe Patrick. I'm telling you, yo, leave me alone. I'm saying this is exactly how I would act, bro. You reached a voicemail of unknown talent. Please leave a message after the
Squidward!
What do you want, Patrick?
I have a question.
What, Patrick? A few moments later. Patrick, if you don't have an actual question, please stop calling my phone.
Do you have any mayonnaise for my instrument?
Ah! Patrick, leave me alone.
All I wanted was some mayonnaise.
Another day is gone. I'm still all alone. How could this be? You're not here with me. You never said goodbye. Someone tell me why. Did you have to go and leave my world so cold? Every day I sit and ask myself, how did I slip away? Something whispers in my ear and says, you're not alone. I am here with you. Though you've gone away, I am here to stay. But you're not alone. I am here with you. Though
And now, a public service announcement from former President Barack Obama.
So, as you all know, we're in the middle of a pandemic. And during this pandemic, it's very important that we stay safe and social distance and wear your mask. And when you wear your mask, it's not just for keeping yourself from other diseases, but also protecting people from your nasty breath. Some of you guys are going around with halitosis breath. That's disgusting. That's very disgusting. Not only keep your hands washed, but keep your mouth washed. Listerine works for everybody. So does Colgate. So does Crest. And I'm Barack Obama, and I approve this message. Thank you. Thank you.
So before we get into this last video, I really want to submit this to you guys, man. Even if you are like not connected to a lot of people, don't confuse you being alone and say that you're lonely. Just because you might not be connected to a lot of people does not make you lonely. Don't ever feel lonely, man. And I'm telling you, it's easy to feel that way. Just because you know you're not like, maybe because you don't have that big group of friends like one of your other friends has, or somebody you know has, or maybe because you don't talk to a lot of people like that. And let me say this, it was a time when I was young that I used to be jealous of some of my friends because they always had like, there was always like texting girls and stuff, like multiple girls at one time or something. And it just seemed real cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, it really did. It seemed real cool. Like, they were just always texting, like, seemed like they was never alone. They always had somebody to talk to. And for me, it's like my phone's always dry. And I am not afraid, I ain't scared to say that, and I don't care. My phone's always dry, dude. And honestly, I'm gonna be completely real. I'm cool with it. I am cool with it. Sometimes you have to be content with just not being connected to a lot of people. And let me just say this, Joe. You don't have to be connected to a lot of people. You know how Biggie says, more money, more problems? Honestly, the more friends you have, the more problems you may have. All I need is a good 3. God had 12 disciples. Jesus had 12 disciples. But in that 12 disciples, he had a good 3. He had a good 3 in his inner circle. You know what I'm saying? It's good to have people that you know, but I don't need that many people in my circle. And neither do you. You don't have to have 10, 15 friends. Because then you got too much to worry about. Then you got more people in your business. That's one reason why I don't mind being alone. I don't mind being alone, but that doesn't make me lonely. Just because I'm alone, like, and I don't necessarily have a bunch of friends or whatever, does not make you lonely. And I'm submitting that to you, and I'm submitting that to you guys as well. Don't feel like just because you don't have a lot of friends that you're lonely. I'm gonna let you know right now, it ain't always cracked up to be. Anybody who's feeling like, you know, that person got a lot of friends and you ain't got that many, it is not that cool, bro. Cause for what you might not know, those friends that he or she got might not be her real friends. Really appreciate who you got in your circle right now. If you got somebody who's really loyal to you, who really cares for you, who loves you and will like be with you through thin and thick, yo, like friends, man, keep them. Like those good friends, not just those friends who just want something from you, but those good friends who genuinely care about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that care about you the same way that you care for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really have to be careful with who you're around, who you connect yourself with. And I'm saying this as a pretense for my next episode, who you get into a relationship with. You really have to be careful. And I'm gonna say this last thing about that, and I'm gonna leave it for episode 5, which is What is Love Part 3. I'm gonna just say this. Do not get into a relationship because you feel like you're lonely. Do not do that. Do not get into a relationship because you feel like you're lonely. Don't go back to your ex because you feel like, don't go back to your ex because you're lonely. I feel like, you know, it's easy to go back to our familiar instead of moving forward to our next. It's really easy to do that. Just because it didn't work out with who you was with does not mean you have to go back to who you were with in the past and it wasn't even working out. And I know I've been there. Like, I've definitely been there. It's like we might not have dated, but I went back to talking to somebody who I had dated, and it was because, you know, I was feeling lonely. You don't have to do that, especially if you know it doesn't work out, especially if it's toxic. I'm gonna just leave it right there. I ain't gonna say nothing else about that, yo. But really think about that, man. But man, I'm telling y'all, man, y'all are not alone. And know that God's with you, he loves you. And most importantly, man, I love you guys. I love every single one of you. That's why I give you these videos, man, of encouragement, some laughs, some just everything, man. I love you guys and I want to continue making this content for you. All this content, man. All of it. I love you guys so much. And know that you are not alone. I'm right here with you. I know what you're going through, man. It's going to be okay. All right? I love every single one of you, man. Come on. And I'm going to show you this last video. Let's do it. So I realized I haven't said this yet. So for nostalgic purpose and for people who are watching this for the first time, I am a sucker for a good Disney movie, man. I love Disney, yo. Y'all know how much I love Disney. Disney is my life, man. And you know my favorite character is Goofy. Yuck. And my favorite movie is The Lion King. Another one of my favorite movies is Toy Story. And so I decided to do a whole Toy Story impressions marathon. And I hope you guys enjoy it.
Reach for the sky. I have sworn to defeat the evil Emperor Zurg, sworn enemy of the Galactic Alliance.
So, we meet again, Buzz Lightyear, for the last time. Destroy Buzz Lightyear! Destroy Buzz Lightyear! Destroy Buzz Lightyear!
My box says 3 years and up. 3 years and up. I shouldn't be playing Bobby with Princess Droll.
Roar! Were you scared?
Well, I was going for fearsome, but I feel like I'm coming off as annoying. Alright, nobody look till I put my quirk back in. What if Andy gets like a dinosaur? I mean a mean one. I don't think I can take that kind of rejection. Of course Woody ain't worried. He's been Andy's favorite since kindergarten. Hey, come on, potato head. If Woody says there's nothing to worry about, then darn tootin' I believe him. Woody has never steered us wrong before. Strangers from the outside. Whoa. You have saved our lives. We are eternally grateful. Well, welcome to Sunnyside, folks. My name's Lawson. The prodigal son has returned. It's you! It's you! Gottily bow bowdy. To infinity and beyond.
Well, that's the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it just as much as I enjoyed making it. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. If you're watching this you're not watching this on Instagram. If you're watching this on, oh my God, just follow me on KV McKinley. My impersonation page is KVTv __, and follow me on Snapchat at KV42. God, I gotta get it right, man. Peace.